to the Unmasked Podcast! Guys, today we have the awesome, wonderfully talented, wonderfully performative, and creative GhostyIvy!
Hello! Oh my god, those are awesome words. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm really excited, dude. I'm really good.
Hell yeah, we love to hear that. Yeah.
Honestly, I was just freaking out before coming here. I was maybe just looking at the time and counting the days until I was able to come and record with you.
What?
So it's really it's really, really nice.
Oh, that is sweet as hell. I usually always have like a mini panic attack before I hop into call to record these things because I'm like, do I have everything? Am I gonna speak right? And
Oh
like
my God.
all that.
Absolutely
I'm just like,
understandable.
panic.
I was like, I told you, I was at work, I was looking at the minutes, I was like, it's 59, fuck, I can't leave yet, it's 6 o'clock, boom, close the computer, let's go into Discord, let's fucking do this. I was hyping myself up over the last few days.
Yo, we love the hype, we love the hype.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so, to start this conversation out, we're gonna start kind of near the beginning of your creative journey, or content creation journey.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna first ask you, when and why did you start creating content?
I do believe I started a little over a year and a half ago. I started, I think, in January 2022, which isn't really long ago. And I know I always wanted to start streaming. From the moment I started, like, looking at YouTubers when I was younger, and just, like, honestly, from the moment I started getting into Twitch and mainly Dream SMP, I was like, wow, okay, this is absolutely awesome. I kind of want to do this.
Hey!
And I kept on saying, I kept on telling my friends, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start, like, streaming soon. And I said I'm gonna start streaming soon for, like, 2 years before actually starting to stream.
Oh!
Until, yeah, really.
It do be like that sometimes.
Oh yeah, it was like, I really want to do it. And then you're in front of your computer.
I'm gonna do it!
And you're like,
and then nothing happens.
I can't do it. I can't. It's so fucking stressful.
Yep.
And I had one of my friends, one of my coworkers at the time, just telling me, like, at that point, you're just not gonna do it. And to prove him wrong, 2 days later, I started streaming, and I was like, you know what? I fucking did it.
Fuck you! I did it.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? You thought I did. You thought I wouldn't. Here I fucking am. Now I'm still, like, every time I see him, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm still streaming. Look what I'm doing right now, and it's really, really nice.
You're just like, oh hey, how's it going? Still streamer, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, no, but he's really supportive. He was like one of my first followers, one of my first subs when I got affiliate. It was really, really sweet.
Hell yeah, that's sick. So how did you come up with your name?
It's gonna be kind of funny because I really didn't know how. I used to go by the name of Ivy, which surprisingly isn't my real name, unlike a lot of people think. So I used to go by just Ivy because I am a simp for Poison Ivy. In DC Comics, there's no more reason than that.
Facts.
I love women. It's Pride Month. We can say it.
Yeah!
We can say it all the time, but especially in Pride Month.
Especially right now.
Especially in Pride Month. Yeah, and I am a fan of everything horror-related, everything like ghost,
supernatural.
Exactly, anything supernatural I am in love with. And I was like, Ghost Ivy, not sure. And then I was like, Ghosty, that sounds cute and wholesome. And then I was like, Ghosty Ivy, it rhymes, here it is.
It rhymes, this is the one.
Exactly, I was like, the singer in me was like, I just need rhymes, I just need to do this, it's gonna be awesome.
It has to give the brain the serotonin.
Exactly, it's like, it's fun to say Ghosty Ivy. It's like, it's just I don't know, it's satisfying.
It's the double Y. I don't know why, but there's something about that double Y. and it's just
The
like,
double
oh,
Y, I
it
don't
makes
know
my
why.
cheeks raise. Yeah.
Let's go with the jokes!
Let's go!
Dad jokes, I love them, amazing.
Dad jokes are so great and help so much.
Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree with you. Holy crap.
So, how'd you choose or kind of decide what forms of content you wanted to make when you first started?
I wasn't sure. I always really went in between streaming or doing YouTube videos. I do have a hidden channel from where I was in 6th grade. Where
Whoa.
yeah, we're pulling out the cards here. I have a hidden channel from when I was 6, which I'm not gonna talk about because it's also doxing me. We're not doing that.
Right, no.
But
the fact that you could, like, you have that is kind of,
it's
like,
a baby
cool.
Ivy doing covers.
Baby Ivy!
While baby Ivy, they're in 6th grade. They're really young. And yeah, they're recording, singing, they're just doing a cappella songs while they're in class, by the way. They're not doing it at their home. Like, one of my videos, I put, like, emojis in the title, doing a cappella in between asterisks to make it, like, clickbaity. I was in clickbait in 6th grade.
That is
and
amazing.
I was in the middle of my class. I remember my teacher looking at me while I was like setting up my iPod, and it was awesome. It was absolutely amazing. So I always went between streaming because I like just being just improvising, talking about stuff without having a script. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like if I overthink my content too much, it's not going to be as good as it would be if I was just going with the flow like this.
Honestly,
so
yeah,
that's why. Yeah, that's why I prefer doing streaming. But even then, I have like Google Docs full of like YouTube videos that I could do that I might start one day. Who knows? It's pretty fun. So we're still discovering it.
YouTube Ivy.
YouTube Ooh, that might just be my name on YouTube. YouTube Ivy, all in one word.
Ooh.
I might have to steal that from you, Wendell.
No,
I might have to steal that from you.
Take it.
Please don't copyright it.
No,
God.
no, take it. That is yours to keep.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's amazing.
Well, because I was thinking like YouTube !Ivy. Like, you know how they like set up like different things like that, or like Nations Ivy or Fables Ivy. So I was like
YouTube
Ivy or like Ivy's YouTube arc, and so like that's how it popped in my brain.
Oh wait! Oh gosh, you're giving me ideas now. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to like write down everything, just ideas during the podcast. Ivy lore channel ? IRL lore? Huh?
See, here on this podcast, we make up ideas on the spot. Creation is everywhere. You can find it anywhere, everywhere. Sometimes it takes an extra friend. Sometimes it takes many long nights.
Oh, absolutely. Oh gosh, the amount of time.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's like, in my head it makes sense, and then you try to put it on paper, and you're like, what the fuck do I write?
Who did
How
this?
do I do this?
Who made this? Like, did I make this? What did I do?
Yeah. Like, I thought it was so good.
Oh gosh.
It's either I thought it was so good, or wait, it's actually good, huh?
Yep. Okay, so you started at like very, very, very beginnings. You had this YouTube account to make covers for.
Exactly. I started with singing, and I wasn't doing a lot of. I was more like into sports than like theater and stuff like that back then. Mm-hmm. Which is really surprising because now I absolutely despise sports. I'm just like, please let me play Minecraft in peace and Valorant. I just want a game. Thank you.
I've moved too much from the first half of my life. I just want a game.
Exactly. I just want to be sitting down on my chair and play video games. Nothing else. Thank you very much. And then I didn't do any content until I turned like 19, I think. I was 19 when I started streaming 2 years ago. Well, no, a year and a half ago. I did my first stream on like beginning of January. Didn't stream for 3 weeks after that. Was like, my job is done. I don't need to be
That was fun.
consistent. Yeah. Then I started streaming again, like on my birthday. And then I got a raid on my birthday, which already helped a lot. It was my second stream helped so much.
That is awesome.
And then I really decided, I was like, you know what? I like streaming, because even then, back then it was just my friends coming to talk to me. But I like the idea of streaming because it kind of gives you social without having to like physically being with people all the time. It's like I can talk, I can be extroverted, and then I can be in the comfort of my bedroom in my pajamas. Stream. Exactly. It's like I don't have to be surrounded by people. I'm surrounded by people online, which is even better.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, most part.
Okay, so
yeah,
you had that.
I really started doing that. I really wasn't consistent for the entire first year. And then when Nation started, and a little before that, I started being a lot more consistent, streaming like every week, every 2 weeks. And yeah, right now we do have our schedule of like 2 to 3 streams per week, and it's going really well, and it's as amazing as it was in the beginning. I'm still freaking out over it. I absolutely love it.
Awesome, dude.
Heck yeah. It gives me serotonin.
Yeah! I just love hearing people be happy about streaming. Because like there are a lot of things about it that can kind of like be kind of like a downer or have a bit more like negative things to it, but to just like talk with people and be like, yeah, no, I'm super excited for that next thing. I'm gonna go do that, and I'm excited for it. It's just it's like a breath of fresh air.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like, I don't know, for me, I think it's from the moment I started streaming, I always watched like streamers saying like, oh yeah, turn your viewer count off. So from my first stream onward, I never had my viewer count on. Just, I was like, I know I'm gonna start overthinking, and I don't want to overthink my content. I just want to be as like genuine as possible on my streams and on my videos and everything. So at least in streams, when you have the viewer count off, for me it's very much I'm just talking with people, and if like I see no one talking in chat, then I'm just talking to myself, and I know people are listening, and I'm just not like, I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for other people, and I think that's something absolutely amazing, because doing it for yourself is the most important part.
Yes.
It's something people sometimes forget, and it's like, don't worry about the views, worry about being happy with what you're doing.
Yeah, and I definitely think that's something that at times creators can kind of like forget, or people will get so caught up in kind of like the hustle and bustle that can come with content creation sometimes, and then forget to experience that, to be like, oh no, this is like, I literally, I could just stop doing this action. Like, this is for you. I'm like, you're making the active choice to do this, like, for me, or the creator in that sense. And I definitely think that feeling gets lost a little bit. It gets lost in the sauce.
It's just, I think it's important, and that's something that I try to like never lose as I keep on streaming. It's never losing the excitement and like the little mini stress of just pressing the go live button. It's like every single time I press it, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna like kill the stream, and then you press the go live, and it's like, hello everyone, how are you doing? And it's just being like so hyped all the time over it. It's like never losing that little sparkle of happiness that comes like the pressing the go live button.
Yeah.
That's the most important part.
What would you say is your favorite thing about creating? Like, creating either in general or, like, creating content?
With creating content, it really comes with, like, meeting people. Because you meet people from, like, all around the world, people that are completely different than you are, or people that are absolutely identical as you are, and you're like, holy crap, we're the same person, what the fuck? And, like, I know I met my, like, my best friends online. Like I've met some people that like literally changed my life too, and I have friends with so many people once again that I met because of content creation that just hypes me up so much. And also meeting like community members is like really, really important to me, because even though it's like I'm not gonna DM like every single one of my followers every day, it's like even like talking to them in chat and like seeing them grow too alongside you. Like one of my followers is starting like acting school, and I was like, holy crap, that's fucking amazing!
Yo.
And it's like talking about them, about their
Yeah.
hopes and dreams, and just I don't know, meeting new people is always like a breath of fresh air that comes with it.
That's true.
Like, yeah, it's very much. I like once again, I love meeting new people. As one of my really good friends once said, it's like learning new stories. It's like reading a book, but in real life.
Yeah.
Like people tell you their stories and what happened to them, and it's just like reading a book, just except you're talking to someone. So it's really, really nice to just discover everything else.
The person is that story, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It really, really makes me happy.
Yeah.
And from the creating content, I think it's just honestly doing what you think isn't possible. So I don't know if that makes sense, but
I understand it.
it's very much if you have an idea in your head that pops up of like, oh, I want to do once again, because we're playing Minecraft most times, like if you have this idea of like role play or story you want to do in Minecraft, and you're like, oh, I can't do that. Don't tell yourself that you can't. Just do everything you can to make it happen.
Yeah.
Like to the best of your ability. It's like actually just if you have like something you thought about for so long, and like just keep on working on it, and then
it's going
like
to pay
you'll
off.
you'll never be as happy as you will be when you see that this project is actually in front of you and happening. Like this part is like one of the best feelings ever.
Yeah.
It's like the effort that you put in it, the hours of work of non-sleeping, because you're like, oh gosh, I need to make this thing happen. I gotta do it, and then you see it, and it's like, holy shit, I did it. It's always something that really, really hypes me up about content creation too.
Hell yeah. So, what is it like being a content creator yourself, and then also a mod and community organizer? Aside from like your own content, because I believe you do mod for a couple communities, right?
I'm an admin for one community actually. I'm an admin for Aragon's community.
Yeah.
So that part is always hypes me up a lot too, because I put a lot of passion into it, and him and I talk a lot about it, and it's always really, really fun. Because I mainly work around like creating events for the community. Like I know we did Kahoot nights. I know we did a Smash or Pass. I know.
Yes.
We organized like an Aracor's Got Talent. We did a lot of stuff that are absolutely amazing, brings in new people, and seeing the community freak out over projects that you helped like make is always a big plus. It always like it makes me want to do it even more, to see like the people appreciate the projects that you make.
Yeah.
And through my community, what I really like about being a content creator, I don't know, it's once again, it always comes back to meeting new people, man. It's always it's just meeting new people. It's like for me, my head can't comprehend the idea of like playing a game with someone in New Zealand and someone from like the United Kingdom at the same time. It's like, how is it working? We're all around the world. We're together right now.
It's always so fun. Like I'll find myself in VCs with a bunch of different people at like various times, but many different groups of people, and it's kind of interesting to me to be like, okay, here's all these different people, and they're from all of these different places. How did we get here? How did we end up in this place all together at this current moment?
It's like, I'm from this small town in Canada, and then you're telling me I'm talking with people from Europe, the United States, from people from, like,
Australia.
Asia, and like, Australia. It's like, what the fuck?
Australia's, I think, is the most what the fuck. It's cool as hell.
Like, we're like 18, 17 hours apart with my friends from there.
I'm 12 hours from them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, what the hell? I don't understand it, but I'm freaking out over it. I just made the same dumb jokes of like, oh yeah, how's the future? Even though it's completely useless, it's really fun to see people, like, to just see people from all around the world. And it's also like, kind of seeing like other ways of living. I just love learning about like their everyday life, what they do, like the amount of time. Exactly. Like my friends from Australia telling them like, oh yeah, are the spiders really that big? And also me telling them like, don't show me, I'm gonna freak out. Thank you very much. I don't want to know. I'm asking, but I don't want to know, dude.
I'm asking for the thirst of knowledge, not for the thirst of passing the fuck out. Okay, so I know that we kind of touched upon it with talking about meeting other content creators, but I did kind of want to get, like, what has your experience been like throughout content creation or creating content when it comes to meeting other CCs, either for collaborations or, well, I think I'd say maybe more on the topic of collaborations in that sense, because we covered a lot of the other side of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no worries.
Yeah, so what has your experience been like throughout content creation with collaborating with content creators?
It's been both really, really good and really, really bad on both sides. There's definitely, once again, a vast variety of content creators, some that I get incredibly along with, and that I would like collab with them, like in a snap of a finger. And some people that I'm like, oh god, I would never do that again. And once again, exactly. It's like I respect them, and I respect like the grind that they put into content creation. I respect the grind, obviously, but it's like I do not want to associate with people like that because I don't understand how they can do this.
Yeah, or sometimes vibe checks. I feel like that's something that people within social media, not just creators, but also like communities at times, like if two creators don't like mesh well or don't vibe well, that's entirely okay. They just don't need to like interact with each other. But it's then when the communities take it a step further and like, this person doesn't like this person, and then the two communities fight, and the people are like, what the fuck is happening?
And it's like, there's been so much drama, like, oh my god, we want to know the tea, and it's like no, it's
no,
just
you
didn't
made
get
it
along
yourselves.
Well. Yeah, it's like, or even then, sometimes two people just don't get along well, and there's no drama, they just won't collab again.
Yeah.
And it's like, we want to know the drama, and there's not any. It's just like some people. Yeah, it's like some people don't get along. It just happens, dude. It's fine.
Yes.
But for like, once again, for like 99% of it, it's been really, really positive on my side because it, once again, has been mainly through like either solo streams or actually just friends of mine that I did a 9-year-old collab with not a content creator but my best friend, and I think that this stream was one of my favorite ones because she never played Minecraft before, or like only played in creative, and I sat her beside me and said, today you're gonna actually control the keyboard and I'm gonna control the mouse.
Oh!
Or it was the opposite, something like that, but it was like, that's oh yeah, so you need to know the... I was like, you need to know the crafting recipes. And she was like, what's the crafting recipe? And I was like, holy shit, okay. So it was the entire stream of like me going towards mobs because I was like, we're gonna fight them, and her turning away. She's like, no, I want to run, but we can't. So it was so chaotic, but honestly, it probably was my favorite stream.
That sounds amazing. I also love the fact that you were like, yeah, I'm gonna teach you how to play this game. Not by like both of us being in game. No, you're gonna sit here, control half of it.
Exactly.
You were going through this shit, like, dry run.
Oh yeah, I told her we're not gonna beat the Ender Dragon today. We're gonna go to the Nether, and she's like, the what? And I was like, oh my fucking god, okay. We died like 3 times in the first 15 minutes of the stream. It was so chaotic, but it was once again, it was fucking amazing. And the rest of the content was mainly through once again nations and Boxcraft and amazing communities that just once again built my friend circle a lot, because people in those projects are like pretty much just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So for the rest of it, it's just so positive, and I would like gladly collab with any of them. If they just like sent me a DM, I would just say yes, not even reading it. I would be like, absolutely, anytime, tell me a time and place, and I'll be there.
You just have a stamp that just says yes. In
Absolutely.
uppercase lettering.
Yes, it's in red, just capital YES. Just absolutely.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's really one of my favorite parts too, of just like doing series, like with one of my friends from New Zealand. We're doing a Stardew Valley series where both of us are just being chaotic gremlins and just not really following. Oh yeah, we're like, I'm playing the very much capitalist role of like everything we have. I just tell her like, no, sell it. We need money. And it's always a war of like, oh, look at this flower I found. Sell it. Don't give it to me. I'll sell it. I need the money right now.
Give me the muns.
Exactly. I'm like, I want to be the richest in Stardew Valley, even though it's a solo, for the most part, game. I need to be the richest person on it. I need to show how rich I am, and I want to have like all the Riz in Stardew. It's gonna be fun.
I want the Riz in Stardew.
I need the Riz, okay?
I want the Riz.
I'm just seeing Haley, and I'm like, oh hey, what's she doing there, Haley?
Oh.
You want a diamond? Absolutely, honey. I'll give it to you. Don't worry.
Hey, have you seen my house? Have you seen?
Hey,
Have you seen my mansion?
Absolutely. Hey, you wanna see the kitchen that I just built? Like I can cook sushi.
It's got both bottom and top counters. We got storage in here.
Absolutely. It's like, I even have a fridge. What more do you want? Like, at that point, you just have everything you want. It's complete. It's perfect.
We've got an espresso machine. Get in.
Oh, they have an espresso machine. I am done for. Oh my god,
I thought you
love
said they
it.
did. I was like...
Oh, you were like, what's this new update I've never heard about?
I was like, I don't think they have that. I was saying that purely as a joke.
My caffeine addiction can go into Stardew? Excuse me?
That has to be. That has to be a mod.
Oh, I wish. You know what? They can just add anything in Stardew. Make a Starbucks. I'll go work there. I don't want to work at JoJo Mart. I'll just work at
JoJo
Starbucks
Mart,
Valley.
Starbucks.
Absolutely. Just as capitalist, but at least they have good coffee, you know? Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
Wait, there is one!
There is?
It's called the Coffee Shop mod.
Wendell, you need to send this to me ASAP. Please, I need to buy this mod.
I'll send you the link. I haven't looked at it. But okay, it's not a virus link. It's not like a sus link. Like that's a...
Oh my gosh. Oh, I am living for this. This is... You have just made my day.
Yo!
My day cannot be bad now. I have a Stardew coffee mod. I am
just cups. Like those, and
They're
you
so
can see
pretty.
the designs in the espresso.
Oh yeah, I want to do latte art in
Yo!
Stardew Valley.
Yes. That has to be a new skill. Like there's survival.
There's fishing, survival,
there's fishing, art, coffee art,
latte art.
Latte art.
There's one thing I can do though. I can do latte art because of my work. There's always a little flex that I like to give here and there.
Hell yeah. Okay. Sorry, again, to get back on track. It's
no worries, we got distracted.
Honestly, I did too, but we're rolling with it, we're vibing with it. It's where the conversation's leading. I'm taking it. I'm just taking it.
Absolutely.
All of it's on the table. It's in my bag.
I'm enjoying this time.
Yeah. So these next two questions, we did talk about community a lot, but I'm gonna try to phrase these around a little bit to kind of focus on it from a bit of a different aspect.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like working with a community as a content creator? Because I'm not sure if this is something that a lot of content creators openly talk about, and it's something that I want to get people's thoughts on. Like, what is it like from that standpoint? Like, as the creator, being like, okay, I got a community, like, what do I do with them? And like, I know especially for people just starting out, they're like, there's people, what do I do?
It really, really much was like that when I first started. So
yes.
Remember. Oh yeah, I remember. Like,
why are they here? What do I do?
Oh yeah, I remember the first follower that I got that wasn't someone I knew. Like, that is someone that just stumbled upon like my stream. I genuinely didn't know how to talk to them. I was like, why are you here?
Time.
I was like, I remember I was like playing Undertale. I was like trying not to die. Immediately died. Because I was like
a little bit.
Oh yeah, I was like, why are you here? But also, thank you, welcome. But also, why? How did you find me?
How did you get here?
Yeah, it's like, why? How? Thank you, but why? I don't deserve this. I think it's a lot for me. At the beginning, it was a lot of guilt for some reason. Of like, why are people here? I was like, I'm just doing this for fun, and then people would like follow, or the first time I got like subs or stuff like that, I was like, why? I don't deserve this. I was just like, I'm just a content creator amongst so many other great content creator. And for me, it came with a lot of guilt at the beginning. But now, yeah, weirdly enough, I think it's either guilt or it made me scared a little bit of just like, I don't know how to react to this, and I don't know how to interact with other people that I don't know online. Yeah. So
that's too
much. It was very much scary. Oh yeah, it was very much scary.
Like, there'll be times where I'll trick myself into thinking that I'm alright with dealing with people, and then a situation will come up and I'll be the most fucking awkward that I've ever been in a hot minute, and I'm like, how do I do this? What am I doing?
Yeah, I remember one time I got this bubble in the middle of the stream when I was just chatting with chat. I was having so much fun. We were like reacting to videos, and I just blanked and I was like, wait, the video is done. What do I do now? I was like, I just talk to them, but what do I say? And it was just like, how do I, like, forgetting how to talk, just being like, how does this work? I have no fucking idea. And like, I remember I took a small break in content creation. The moment I hit 100 like followers, I took a break. I was like, you know what? Did a good job. I'm out.
That was fun. Thanks, guys. Nice to meet y'all.
Thanks.
Peace.
Yeah. And I remember I stopped streaming for like 2-3 months, not giving any updates either on like any of my socials. I just completely ghosted all the platforms except Discord, obviously. And then I was like, you know what? I thought a lot about it, and I was like, if people follow, it's just because they appreciate your energy and they appreciate just vibing with you. And one thing that I really like to try with my community now is mostly just having like cozy chill vibes and very much acceptance. Because anytime, like, if my chat is having a bad day, I'll just be like, well, I'm very sorry, I hope you had like the best day. Don't hesitate to just stay here or lurk, or like do whatever makes you happy in your day. Grab a snack, grab some hot chocolate, and just vibe with us.
Hey, hot chocolate.
So, as much as I love like really big chaotic streams with like so much energy, and I love doing them, most part of the time I'm gonna do those when I'm collabing with other people. If I'm by myself, I'm gonna keep the streams like very cozy vibe, very chill. Not too chaotic, doing like story games and actually reading dialogue and like it's something that I'm very much gonna enjoy because then I'm gonna include like chat in my choices and I'm like, alright chat, are we going left or right? So I'm just trying to make it as like they're playing the game with me or just all in this together, watching like a game or like actually experiencing the game together.
Yeah.
It's very much spending quality time with them. Even though I'm afraid that seems a little parasocial, but it's just quality time in a, like, we're all together, we're all enjoying this. Yeah, it's a chill
like
environment.
A safe, chill environment to just chill and, well, said that word a lot, but chill, watch a video game and just take that time, like, take this, however long this stream is, just to focus on that instead of whatever else might be going on.
Exactly. It's like, if you're having a bad day, just completely try and, like, distanciate yourself from whatever shit happened. And you're here with us. We're all gonna welcome you, like, no matter who or how you are. And we're just gonna all be experiencing a very fun game with, like, a nice story. We're gonna just be vibing, and it's gonna be...
Or maybe dramatic story. Depends on the
game.
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. Having, like, PTSD flashback from, like, Nations War. Oh, God.
Yeah, we're gonna experience some sad shit together, everybody. Buckle up and grab the tissues.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, thank you so much, you're so amazing, thank you so much for being here. Are you ready to see me gaslight my friends in Minecraft roleplay? You are.
Oh my god, yeah. On the other side of the coin. Yeah, let's go watch me go torture some people, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like, oh, thank you so much. I, like, grab a glass of water, like, a snack, enjoy. Watch me blow up my friend in Minecraft. Watch me explode their house because they did nothing wrong.
Because they did nothing
just because I don't want to, you know? Like,
yeah.
Just because I want to add some trauma in the story, let's fucking do this.
Actually, let me tie off of that for kind of a next question here.
Yeah.
What is it like? Because you have theater background, and then both of us were a part of the Project Nations. We're both a part of the project currently Fables. What is it? What is it like for you as a creator to be able to write a character or write a story and to be able to kind of like share it out with your community or just share it out in general through content creation?
Dude, it's the best feeling. I love it so much. I know that right now I have 3 characters that I'm working on for like Fables, which spoiler alert, not so spoiler alert. I'm bringing back GhostyIvy into like Fables, which is fucking amazing because she was my first character, and once again, like, creating characters is always one of my favorite things because it's actually just it's gonna sound really weird, but I don't know how to like say it other than that. It's bringing someone into this world of like this person is gonna, like, in my head is gonna be living. So
that I've made.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, that's why I call my characters, I call them my babies. My characters are my babies. It's like I just love them, and it's often whenever I try to act them or something like that, it's very much I become the character for a while. Mm-hmm. It's like putting all of myself in the character, doing like, not just talking in like their voice, just actually like doing the facial expressions, like feeling how they feel and putting like 100% of my energy into the character that I'm portraying.
Yeah.
Being the true theater kid that I am.
Yeah,
and that you are too, probably.
That is very... Oh god, I don't remember the theater theory name. The person... I can't... Because it's like a method of acting, but I can't remember whose method it is. But I know exactly what you're talking about, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, yeah. And it's like being able to... Sorry, you?
Yeah. No worries. It's like actually becoming the character. And I remember, like, one part that really, like, made me realize, like, oh shit, that's what I'm doing right now. Was like, I had a really, really sad stream with my friend Panda sometime. And I remember
we were sad stuff. You guys had a really sad story.
Yeah, we had a really sad story, and I remember especially in one stream, I remember I actually like had tears in my eyes while we were fighting, but like in real life, I had tears in my eyes. I was like, and we were just screaming at each other. And after the stream, I just DM'd them, and I was like, oh my god, I am so sorry. Oh my god, it's like, it's almost feeling guilty because you're like, I just said this type of things, like those stuff, it's absolutely awful, but also like that is some good angst right there.
Right, and like it was for the story, and that's to kind of like take it through kind of like the theater perspective. It is definitely good to, and I think that's something that I don't know if people who make SMPs or for like content creators, like especially those who tell lore and have these like have stories that have tragedy and loss and drama. I don't know if that's something that people do often, is to like check in with the people that you record it or perform it with after you do it, just to like check in, make sure everyone's good, because like that's a common theater practice,
that is
to like check in with your scene partner, to be like, hey, yeah, that was good, yeah, like how'd you like that, how are you feeling, was this too much, hey, sorry if that was crossing a line. And it's always being in communications about those boundaries.
So important.
It's so fucking important. Oh my god,
then, like,
it's good for safety and like emotional health.
Exactly. I remember so many times like I DM'd my friends after like heavy lore, and I was like, hey, we good, like is everything okay, was I too heavy on something, like checking in, and the person was actually like, oh wait, like you're asking me how I feel, yeah, I'm great. And it's like, it's so important to do, because
so
like both if you're like, I feel like it's especially important in very heavy, like, kind of traumatic scenes.
Yes.
Because might you be the person, like, giving other people trauma, or might you be the character receiving trauma? It's gonna make you go through so many, like, waves of emotions at the same time. Yeah. Where it's like, if you're the person screaming at someone else, it's like, oh gosh, I just screamed at someone. Oh god, why did I do that?
Yeah.
And if you're the person being screamed at, well, no one likes being screamed at, so like, you're just gonna feel shitty too.
Yeah.
So, it's like,
everything feels like shit.
Exactly, it's like, oh god, and that was exhausting.
Yeah.
I need to hug right now.
Have a great day though. Man, that felt like shit. Have a great day, though.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye. See you tomorrow. Oh my god.
It's like, I just, like, catching in with each other and just...
It's so important.
Doing that. And it's also, like, I've been talking about it with one of my friends, too, but whenever you have characters, especially, I don't know how you take it, but when you're doing improv... obviously, it's improv, you don't think about what you're gonna do in advance.
Yes.
And sometimes what you're gonna say or what you're gonna do is, like, gonna actually just, like, disturb you in, like, wait, I just did that.
I did that.
Why did I do that? Holy
shit!
And it's like, you're so into your character that after a while, it's like, I don't decide what's happening. The character is going to decide what's happened, but it's just the character is acting through me. At that point, I'm not deciding what's happening like they are. Exactly.
Like, even when it comes to terms of like improv, because like there are a lot of, or even people that don't have like lore, but they do like improv skits or bits or things like that. It's still so important to like to check in, because there are times where like if like you get caught up in the moment, especially with improv, even if it isn't like from like an emotional side of things where you're like things just built up to that extreme, and then it's like, whoa, wait, what just happened? Or like, was a boundary crossed? Or just like, wait, what's going on? And so like, especially in those moments of confusion, it's definitely good to communicate with like everybody that like was involved in like in that moment, to be like, yo, we good, you good, okay, sick, let's go.
Absolutely, I 1000% agree. It is so important.
Awesome. So to head out to this next question, which is going to be kind of like the one of the last big questions.
No worries.
As a content creator, how do you feel about the current situations happening among Twitch, Kick, and other streaming platforms?
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see this one coming.
That like I've done like, this is the third, real quick, third podcast episode that I've done with that question, and every person that I've asked that to has had that same initial response of like, oh, here we go. And it's amazing because of how fucking true it is. But sorry, continue.
No worries. It's very, I want to have hope for Twitch, because I think Twitch very much, and I'm sorry for saying that, is fucking up right now. Because I think
don't apologize. It's obvious. There's no apologizing for it.
They're very much fucking up right now. Might be like towards anything really. It's just like, why are you doing this? Because they're bringing the downfall of their own platform by trying to make them better for them or trying to gain more money. But then I don't feel like they realize how much they're gonna lose content creators, and then their way for like
lost content creators.
Oh yeah, they've already lost, and they're gonna keep losing some, and people are gonna stop actually going to Twitch, seeing like how much they're going bad. So even though I have a lot of hope for Twitch, and I hope they can like go back to just be better, because let's not lie, they haven't been the best for like a long time.
Yeah, it's consistently gotten worse.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, even though I don't like the decisions that Twitch does, it's still one of the best platforms to stream on, because of how like much people are still going on it, and how much
they have.
Oh yeah, the tools, the communities that they bring together. Once again, we've been talking about communities and content creator all along, but Twitch truly is the best platform for like communities, because I never had like any other communities like from any other platforms that I've been on. Never saw communities as like together and just like supportive as on Twitch.
Yeah. And that's kind of the sad part to me about this entire thing, is the fact that like Twitch, when it like first started, or at least from my knowledge, it was good, and it made and created such a kind of like community around streaming that that's something like, it's the community to streaming that I think it's now morphing into, instead of, because like at first it was Twitch, because like Twitch was the safe place to stream, and it's starting to not be that way anymore, but for a variety of reasons, and for like other things of like things that do work for content creators and things that aren't, and things that Twitch isn't listening to us about to be able to make the changes to keep people, and that vicious cycle. But that initial like audience or community of streaming was so like deep. I don't know how to like. I don't know exactly how to explain it. Like, it had like, you knew
it had a real meaning.
Yes,
it was just like
there was meaning. There was passion. Not that there isn't now. Like, communities and creators do have passion, but like the streaming, it was like a cohesive whole. Like, we were all in it
the concept of streaming in general. Like, people were already so hyped into just like, oh my gosh, yes, like people are starting to stream, and then because streaming had a really big wave this like in COVID. It was a thing before that, obviously,
right, but
during COVID, it like rocketed like through the roof.
Yeah,
and it's really a like, I don't want to, but I feel like it's gonna keep going down in the next few years, next few months, you know, because of like the decisions. And who knows, like who knows, people might just rotate to YouTube, because YouTube is like actually for once doing and once again for once kind of shady here, but they're kind of doing something good right now too. Like, I don't know if you saw, but they changed their partner requirements.
I had heard about that, yeah.
And they're actually really good. So, like, it's something that I feel like they maybe took that opportunity with Twitch fucking up to be like, oh yeah, come over to YouTube. And YouTube, I feel like, would be great for streaming, but I haven't seen a lot of people, like, skyrocket from YouTube streaming.
Right.
And it's really not as, like...
discoverable.
Available. Yeah, discoverable and available as Twitch. Yeah, because in Twitch you're gonna have your recommended... And I honestly don't have recommended like live streams on YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
So for other platforms, I feel like it might be a time for them to actually like stand up and be like, "Oh yeah, come over to us. We're gonna do great." But then I feel like we all have an attachment to Twitch too.
Yeah.
Because like I know that personally. Once again, that's where I started. I would have a lot of trouble leaving Twitch because I would be like I'm gonna have to rebuild another community and like it's starting anew, which can be scary when you're like creating content and it's going well. It's like the idea of starting anew is absolutely terrifying. So it's very much a Twitch better get their shit together, or else it's like
or else shit's gonna go bad.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to be there when it happens. I don't want to say it, but I will, because once again, we're on Twitch, so it's gonna be inevitable.
Unfortunately, that seems like how things are playing out. I do really hope that things kind of turn around and like people listen and see that things aren't working before they lose everything. But it's unfortunately, it seems like it's a toss-up between that's like if that's going to be a possibility or not.
Oh yeah, like honestly, seeing so many streamers already like leaving Twitch is like holy shit. Things are already starting to change for a big part of it, and I know it's gonna keep going down, but let's just cross our fingers. Let's keep having hope and imagine that it's gonna go well. Let's be optimistic in here.
We're gonna try. Please.
We're gonna try and be optimistic. We need it.
Oh goodness, but that's entirely fair. Okay, so we have a little bit left of the podcast, and I only have 2 last questions for you. But I do want to thank you so much for joining us for this episode, Ivy. It's been great having you. I've been having a blast.
Thank you so much for having me. What do you mean? You're absolutely amazing. No, you're so best. Okay.
We're doing it again.
Oh God. Both of us are just freaking out. Like, no, you're amazing. No, you, Wendell.
God,
no, you.
It's like the trope of the couple that
you
won't hang up. Yes.
No,
you hang up first.
No, you. Oh my God, no, you're the best. Like, what? Aw.
Okay. So, to kind of end things out, are there any future projects or ideas you want to shout out or talk about the process of making them so far?
I have like 3 big projects right now. 4 projects right now that I'm doing. From already 4 projects. I'm not sleeping. I am just working so hard on all of them.
Wait. Get sleep though.
I am. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. Please stay awake. I mean, well, yes.
Stay sick.
No.
No, I know. Don't worry. Really, the main thing I'm working on right now is I'm writing an album, which I have been doing for a while, which really is hyping me up. I am not gonna lie. I've been, like I did for streaming, I've been telling my friends I was gonna release this album for like 1.5 to 2 years. Haven't done it. Still writing so many songs for it, but it really, I just love singing and I love, once again, like, songwriting, so it's gonna be something to watch out anytime soon. I might be planning an SMP that would really interest me. I think it would be a pretty awesome one. Won't go too much into details with it though, to keep it a secret.
Hush, hush.
Yes, keep it a secret. Oh gosh, I was like, what are my 2 other projects? I'm writing a book and I'm writing a short film.
Yeah.
Which we're always keeping on the writing here, but it's very much 2 other things that make me very passionate, and I keep on talking about it all the time with my friends. Just like, oh yeah, by the way, those are the new characters that I just wrote for my book. What do you think?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very, very nice, and I actually have like most of my short film written, so I am gonna start planning of actually filming. I have my actors for the most part, so it's gonna be just filming it and releasing it now.
That's
which is
awesome!
going to be absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited to show it.
As you should be!
Oh yeah, it's, once again, writing in general, stories is such a good way of expressing like your feelings and expressing like anything that you want to show people. So being able to do it is just a dream come true. Yeah, it's absolutely awesome.
Definitely. The last thing that I'm gonna ask you before we end things off: do you have any advice for people that are just starting out with content?
Once again, I'm gonna say the advice that I followed all the time and will follow probably forever is honestly keep the viewer count off. Because especially when you start streaming, like looking at the viewer count can be very demoralizing. Because like if you start streaming and you see that you have like 1 or 2 viewers, people might start being like, oh my gosh, I only have 1 or 2 viewers. What? Oh no, and like start overthinking it. My way of seeing it is like, imagine you're always streaming like in front of so many people and just talk to them and like talk to chat, and even if no one answers, then you're still talking to chat, because being like, always be interactive, and I don't know how to describe it, but once again, not having the viewer count on is just gonna benefit you in that way, of like, you're gonna be able to like, if you see people pop up in chat, then that's really good, because you're like, oh, you have a new person to chat with, and you don't have to like overthink of like, oh no, I lost a viewer, what did I do wrong? Or like, oh my gosh, I have 3 new viewers now, I need to do something to like make them stay with me. It's just be as natural as you can, and people are gonna stay for like you being yourself and you being amazing. Yes. So that would be my main advice. And also just never lose the excitement to stream. Don't do it because you just to say like, oh yeah, I've been streaming, so I guess I'll keep streaming. It's like, if you're unhappy, don't force yourself to do that. You'll make yourself miserable. Exactly. So like, just keep on always being happy about streaming, and like always keep a passion with it. And if you start like losing happiness with it, and try and reinvent your content, like try doing other stuff that you might like, and don't think about what other people will like. Just do whatever you want, and as long as you're happy with what you're doing, people are going to be happy to see you happy. Yeah! So. Hell yeah! Let's go! Hey! Alright, Ivy, dude, thank you so much. This was an awesome conversation. Guys, you should go check out Ivy. Go check out GhostyIvy on twitch.tv/GhostyIvy, twitter.com/IvyGhosty, and Instagram.com/Ivy's shows. They're a very awesome person. Much. I've worked on Nations with them. They're a very cool person. Kidnapped them for a couple months. That was cool. Oh, that was really nice. I remember that. Ivy is an awesome person, awesome creator. Check out the stuff that they're working on. They have awesome things coming up. Definitely keep an eye out for it. And if you guys are looking out on where to catch more of the Unmasked Podcast, you can find it on unmaskedpodcast.podbean.com, or you could also find it on Google Podcasts, Podbean app, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Listen Notes, and Samsung Podcast. I also post them on YouTube, so be on the lookout for new episodes, or hey, check out any of the ones that you haven't before. There's a lot of cool people that I've talked to on this podcast, and I'm very excited to talk to even more. All right, Ivy, thank you again, and I think... Well, thank you so much for having me. Anytime! This was very fun. I'm excited! I fucking loved it. Yeah! I gotta say, the entire time I was like jumping on my chair, like, let's see what's happening! And with that, we will catch you all later. Say goodbye, Ivy! Bye! Good.